Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you guys an update to my Melodious Diva deck profile for January 2016. It's a really fun deck, utilizes special summoning the Melodious Divas and fusion summoning just to get off a bunch of different effects. So let's go ahead and bring you guys the deck profile. I run 3 Araya, the Melodious Diva. Pretty simple. A lot of the Melodious get monster effects when you special summon them, and her effect is, well, this special summon cards on the field. Melodious monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects or be destroyed by battle. So as long as you keep her on the field, protects her from nasty cards like Castell, or just being run over, protecting you from battle. So I want to keep her on the field, and there are a lot of easy ways to special summon her as well. And I also run 3 Soprano, the Melodious Songstress. When this card is special summoned, you can target one Melodious monster in your graveyard except for Soprano and add it to your hand. You can only use the effect of Soprano once per turn, and once per turn you can fusion summon one Melodious fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion material, including this card. So basically, she takes the need out of having the polymerization in your hand to fusion summon. So if you basically get 2 Melodious on the field, there's your fusion right there and there, using those monsters as the material. And I also run 3 Solo, the Melodious Songstress. She pretty much takes the need out of having to use Shining Angel in the deck. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand, and when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Melodious monster from your deck except for Solo. The great thing about her, you don't have to waste a normal summon getting her out. It's an easy special summon, just Cyber Dragon effect. And the Melodious special summon is great because you can get even the bigger Melodious monsters out. You don't have to be restricted, to 1500 or lower like Shining Angel was. Which is why I like running 3. She's a really good card in the deck. And I also run 2 Sonata, the Melodious Diva. If you control a Melodious monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And while special summon is on the field, all fairy monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. So overall, she's great just because she boosts up all your monsters, so you can hit over bigger stuff. Just adjust the camera a little more. Sorry about that. And moving on, I also run 2 Elegy, the Melodious Diva. This card's great. Basically because you can get this card out with Transmodified, and the effect is special summon Melodious monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. If this card was special summon, all fairy type monsters you control gain 300 attack. So another booster, and the cannot be destroyed by card effect thing works really good with Araya. Get both of them on the field. You have a pretty nice setup. And I also run 1 Kanan and 1 Tamtam. If Tamtam is special summoned, you can add 1 Polymerization from your deck to your hand. And if this card is sent to the graveyard as a fusion material monster, you can target one Melodious monster you control. It loses 500 attack, and you inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. So that effect works well with Bloom Diva, your fusion, because the less attack, the better with her, because it means more damage going out to your opponent. And Kanan, you can special summon her if you control a Melodious monster. So she's good for Exceed summons, and you can only special summon her once this way, which is why I only like running 1 of her. And once per turn, you can target 1 Melodious monster you control and change its battle position. And I also run 1 Score, the Melodious Diva. This is pretty much the honest of the deck. During damage calc, if this card, either player's turn, if a Melodious monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, change that opponent's monster's attack and defense to 0 until the end of the turn. I only like running 1 of her, basically because, nothing beats the actual honest. But the fact that I can run 3 honest in the deck is really good. Might even bump her up to 2. We'll see how some of the plays go. If I do, probably take out either the Kanan or the Tamtam, just see what the plays go better with. And I also run 2 Shapina, the Melodious Mistress, and 1 Mozarta. These are the big monsters. You can get them out pretty easily with Solo. They're also used for the fusion summon for Bloom Diva because she requires 1 Melodious Maestro monster, which is what these cards are. So basically, Shapina, when you can target 1 light fairy monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You cannot activate the non-light monster effects during the turn you activate this effect. And the Mozarta allows you to special summon 1 light fairy type monster from your hand, but you cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect except for light monsters. It's completely, personal opinion which combo you prefer to run. I like 2 Shapina myself just because, you can add back Solo after reusing it. But some people, prefer 2 Mozarta to 1 Shapina, but it's completely, opinion when it comes to that. And I also run 2 Honest, like I stated earlier. Having to sort of be able to run 3 of these makes it really scary for your opponent. And 2 Summoner Monk, just great, helping to get off the special summon effect. Run plenty of spell cards in this deck, making this card very easy to use. And for spells, I run 3 First Movement Solo. If you control no monsters, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Melodious monster from your hand or deck. You can only activate First Movement Solo once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters during the turn you activate this effect, except for Melodious monsters. So you can basically get out, the Melodious you need for the situation, whether it be something for a fusion material or, just one you want to get the special summon effect off. And I also run 2 Transmodify, run level 3s, 4s, and 5s in the deck, so very easy to make use of this card in this deck, bumping them up. Getting that count special summon is also really nice. And I also run 1 Soul Charge, just another, big special summon play card. 2 Polymerizations, just for the, additional fusions. I know I run 3 Soprano, but, just having these, being able to search for them, really help as well. And I also run 3 MST. This card might change to Twin Twister later on, depending on, how hand consistency remains in the deck. But, I like keeping it at 3 for now. And then for traps, I run 3 Call the Haunted. This just goes back to the whole, you want to have special summon Melodious monsters out on the field. This card really helps with that. 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Vanities to wrap up the main deck. And then moving on to the extra deck, I run 3 Schuberta, the Melodious Maestra. She requires 2 Melodious monsters to make, and during either player's turn, you can target up to 3 cards in any graveyard, banish them, and if you do, this card gains 200 attack for each. Putting her at 3k at most, you can get rid of pesky cards in your opponent's graveyard that you don't want them to use using this card, and having a 3k beat stick is really nice. And she can also be used as another material to make Bloom Diva. Speaking of Bloom Diva, I run 2 of her. She requires the Maestra and 1 Melodious monster, like I said, to make her. She cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Also, you take no battle damage from attacks involving her. If she battles a special summon monster at the end of the turn, you destroy that, not the end of the turn, after that battle, you destroy that monster and your opponent takes damage equal to the difference between her attack and that monster's attack. So, a very difficult card to get over, and the fact that, really knocks out your opponent's monsters is a great help as well. And I also run 2 Star Liege Paladinamo. Just need 2 light monsters. Card works really good in the deck. Draw power, negating effects. Like running 2. Also 1 Castel, 1 Arc, 1 Digusto Morale, 1 Cowboy, another Castel. Thought I had those next to each other, but yeah, 2 Castel are really good now, just to get rid of annoying cards, including field spells, pendulums, and whatnot. 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Diamond Dyer, and 1 Abyss Dweller. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.